Hi, welcome to Let's Talk Macarthur for our monthly update and information from Fitzpatrick Robinson Accounting and Business Advisory Services. Today we have with us Bryn Robinson. Welcome, Bryn.
Good morning.
How are you? Good?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, excellent. So what are you
Good.
bringing to us for our little monthly update with Fitzpatrick Robinson this month?
I was going to talk a little bit about our service offerings in the spaces of innovation and business advisory services today.
Sounds good. I'll hand it all over to you and away you go.
Okay, great. Obviously, technology, it drives efficiencies, it gains time, and it saves money. So that's why we push it so heavily, and it's a big part of our innovation and our advisory service offerings. I guess I just wanted to point out, we believe it all starts with zero. Once you get your zero set up, you get your bank feeds integrated, your bookkeeping's all up to date. It automates so much of your business, but then you can actually build on that and build your apps out and build your business out from there. So that's something that obviously that's our starting point when we're talking about technology, and then we're talking about building businesses. It all starts from there. And I think recent times have proven just how important that is.
Yeah, absolutely. So the zero accounts are easy enough to set up?
Very easy to set up. Yeah, we offer that service, and that also includes some training as well. So we can offer the full scope bookkeeping, or we can offer the setup and the training as a sort of one-off. Yeah. I think with Xero as well, you know, the business grants, the JobKeeper, the JobSaver, the micro grants, they all required testing of current information to historic data. I think it took Xero about 1 day to build out a testing tool for businesses to use to test their eligibility for those grants. And, you know, if you weren't up to date with your lodgements or you weren't up to date with your bookkeeping, then you struggled to get access to that funding. So it's been really important.
Yeah, and are you getting a lot of uptake on businesses coming forward to pick up Xero?
Definitely. I mean, out of our client base, which is quite large, we've got, I would say, close to 90% on Xero now. And the only ones that really aren't is because they're stuck with a particular industry software that they have to use, either for a franchise or that type of thing. Few and far between clients that aren't on Xero now.
So once they're on Xero, do they need any other technology to complement that?
They don't need it, but we obviously offer that service as an add-on to build the business and to automate and to get more time. Then it's always advised that you look at the other add-ons. So part of what we do in our innovation space is that we look at the business owner and we look at the team of the business being productive, not being busy. So the person that's working the longest hours doesn't necessarily mean that they're the most productive. I think we all know that. And a business owner might be spending hours and hours and hours every day in their business, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be successful in that business just because of the hours they're putting in. They may actually be feeling no progress at all. So what we basically look at is we start with a plan. Every business, big or small, it needs a plan. It needs something to be accountable to, needs some measurable outcomes, and then it needs to obviously set the goals to get there. So that's something that we look at. We've developed structured programs for that over the years, and we've got business analysis tools that we use. And aside from that, we're just also strategic thinkers. So the combination of those things is what we put together to build out how to build a better business with the business owner and with their team, because it's not always a one-person plan. The plan involves everybody in the business most of the time. So I guess I wanted to talk just a little bit about a couple of the things that we look at with the business and the business owner, and how we sort of go about putting that plan together.
So what's your approach for doing that?
Initially, we look obviously at what the business is already doing, what technology they're already using, and we get them into Xero if we need to. But a big part of moving forward is assessing the organisation structure. So who's doing what in the business, who should be doing what, and what changes might need to be made before we can start to move that business forward. So that's a key starting point as well. The next thing we look at is, what are they monitoring in that business? Are they monitoring their profit drivers at all? Is anybody monitoring the job costing? Are they actually making a profit on the work that they're doing? Is the is the pricing right? Are they covering their overheads, or are they just covering the cost of the actual goods? Does the business owner know its gross profit margins? Yeah, all of that's really a really important starting point.
Yeah.
Get the pricing right.
Yeah. So do you find with a lot of small businesses that start out, this is a real journey for them?
It is.
Because you don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
Which is why having somebody like you is so valuable to help them
That's
along
right.
that journey.
And having the software in place like Xero, we can build out reports that show that information just at the click of a report, which it's essential to know those figures in your business.
So what's incumbent on the small business owner then in regards to the bookkeeping side with Xero?
It just depends on what level they want to do themselves. A lot of small business owners like to do the bookkeeping themselves because they then have that information. A lot don't. A lot would prefer to just outsource it and have reports delivered to them which show them that information. It really doesn't matter. You can outsource your bookkeeping if it's not your skill set, or it's not something you're interested in, or you know it's something you're going to push to the end of the week and never get to. It's always a better option to outsource it.
Yeah, for sure. And the security of Xero with the integration of the bank accounts?
Yeah, it's all bank level security. I've had clients in the past say, "Oh, I don't think I want to put my data in the cloud." It's already in the cloud. The bank's put it in the cloud already. So if you've got a bank account, the data's in the cloud. So tapping into it and using what the bank's already done for you, it's a no-brainer. Why would you not?
Yeah, 100%. The cloud is always, where is the cloud?
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, where is it? Exactly right. Nobody knows where it is.
And you can be pretty assured that if Xero has allowed an app to integrate with it and add into it, it's done its own level of security testing before it's going to allow that. So
no, sounds fantastic. So with the business advisory services, you normally start that off with the business owner and any of the other key stakeholders that are involved in the general management of the business.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. And I guess the other thing that we look at with those businesses is their performance and their benchmarking against others in their industry. So there's tools out there now that anybody can access. The ATO have benchmarking reports for lots and lots of different industries. Now they started off with a couple of key industries, but they've built that out. Pretty much any industry now, you can go on and pull a benchmarking report from the ATO and just see exactly how you're tracking as opposed to your competitors. It's important to know that information, not only to know whether you're being as successful as they are, but also the ATO uses that data to work out who they may audit. So if you're turning over this level of income and only producing this level of profit, by comparison to your competitors, they can use that to trigger audits.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want any grey areas, do we?
We don't, no. We also, though, have a more detailed benchmarking software that we use with our clients. So it gives a more detailed report, covers more industries, and it's integrated with Xero as well. So it uses your Xero data and it uses that to benchmark against other users of Xero in your industry. So I think Xero's got in excess of 2 million subscribers now. So they've got a lot of data, a lot of information that you can tap into and use as an information tool for your business.
Yeah, the emergence of technology is a wonderful thing a lot of the times if it's used effectively and in the right areas. And if at the end of the day, for small business, it means showing a better return on investment on their bottom line, that's what it's all about. Yeah,
that's right, because you're in business to make money.
100%.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So then on from there, Xero, I guess it's got a lot of industry specific add-ons. So we want to look at that business and we want to look at whether they're utilizing those add-ons, whether they're using their industry specific add-ons and some non-industry specific add-ons as well for, collection of debtors and that type of thing. You should always have a payment platform attached to your invoice so the client can just click pay now. I think a psychologist from one of our payment platforms that came out and spoke to us takes people usually 3 touch points before they'll actually take action, which was interesting. And that's why your likes of Optus and Telstra, they send you out a pre-notice that your bill's due. They don't send it out after all the time. They'll send it out and say it's due now. Now it's slightly overdue and now it's very overdue, and that's how they get paid. So that's interesting, but you should always have your auto reminders for your invoicing turned on in Xero. You can set them to go pre the invoice being due, pre the due date. And you should also always have a platform on there, a PayPal or a Stripe or any of those platforms where the client can just pay now.
So for a general small business setup on Xero, what would the average cost of having you do that service to be able to add in their Xero invoicing, et cetera, and set it up?
It's generally about an hour of our time. It's about $100 to set up one payment platform for each Xero file. Some people choose to have multiple payment options. It's just important that you at least have one. And then obviously you have your fees associated with the platform that you choose. Most of them are fairly similar these days, most of the good ones. So a good tool is the Xero App Store. So anybody can go into the Xero App Store and they can search by industry. So if you're a hairdresser, you can put in hairdresser. And if you're a professional service, or if you're trades and construction, and it'll give you the top apps and rate them for you. So it has a 5-star rating system, and it tells you what rating that app's got, and then it tells you how many reviews have been left as well, because something may have a low rating, but if there's a lot of reviews, you got to kind of look and weigh that up. The other thing that it does is you can also search by the need that you've got for your business. So if you're looking for a time tracking tool, if you're looking for a job costing tool, it'll give you the top picks for its add-ons for those as well. It's a really good tool.
That's great.
It is. It's really good.
I don't really know about anybody else, but I'm learning plenty from this session anyway. So I think one of the first things I'm going to do this afternoon is have a look at the Xero app tool and see what's in there.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see what other people are using.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. So is there anything else we need to know in that space?
I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover off on today. Awesome. Just use the tools available to save your time, and then you can build your business. It's a simple process. People don't generally know where to start, but that's where we come in.
Yeah,
we've done it time and time again, and we'll assist you the whole way through, as little or as much as you need in your business.
So if people want to know a little bit more about that, Bryn, how do they contact you?
Our website, FR Accounting, has a full page on the innovation and the advisory services that we offer. And you can just click straight through a link from there and send us a message. We'd love to catch up, have a coffee with any business owner who wants to have a chat about this sort of thing in their business.
Yeah, beautiful. I'll make sure I add that link into the show notes as well. And
excellent, that would be great.
Fantastic. I really look forward to our next session next month with FR Group, Accounting and Business Advisory Services, and Bryn Robinson. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark. Have a great day.
You too.